It's Brianna. It's 6:16 here on June 17th. We have not had a depression or a tropical storm yet this season, but Hurricane Center says it could happen very, very soon. They're giving a very high chance that we see a depression, maybe even a tropical storm form in the Gulf here in the next day or two. And then also watching another feature expected to try to develop into a low pressure in the coming days off the East Coast. We're focused on this one. This one is a large area of moisture all circling around Central America. Well, this is Central American gyre. And as this entire circulation lifts to the north here, it will have a chance of becoming a depression or maybe our first tropical storm of the season. Where's it headed? Well, it looks like as it starts to spin up here, you can see consolidating and then moving into South Texas by the time we get into around Wednesday and into Thursday. So that's where the biggest impacts will be, mainly from heavy rainfall. But even here in Louisiana, we are getting some of that moisture thrown our direction, which increases our chance for tropical downpours. We do have plenty of rain in the forecast for today. You can see by Wednesday, there it is moving inland in Texas, bringing them a lot of heavy rainfall. And that's where we expect the widespread flooding risk to be highest, from like Houston down through Corpus Christi, maybe as far south as the Mexico and Texas border. Rain totals could easily be 4 to 8 inches with isolated higher amounts. In our area of Louisiana and Mississippi, we're likely going to see some high totals over 6 inches, but they're going to be isolated. We're not expecting widespread 6 to 10 inches of rain, but it wouldn't be surprised if a couple do see that in a few locations. Already tracking a few showers this morning. These are coming in off the Gulf. You can see we're going to have these tropical downpours around throughout the day. These will be scattered, so there will be some breaks in the rain here and there. About a 70% chance you see one of these going through the afternoon into the early evening, and some of these they're going to be moving, but they kind of get hung up in spots. So we may see a few isolated instances of street flooding depending on where these heaviest tropical downpours develop. So that's the main thing we're going to be watching for. Most of us see 1 to 3 inches from this event, but I would not be surprised if there are several that are 3 to 6, maybe even over 6 inches of rain. Winds are gusty at times, especially tomorrow and Wednesday. 20 to 30 mile per hour east winds. That'll keep our coastal flooding higher tomorrow and Wednesday. 1 to 3 feet higher than normal. Think Grand Isle, eastern St. Bernard, Hancock County, all those areas, those low-lying roads will likely see some water by Wednesday morning and afternoon. And there's a low chance of a spin-up tornado, but that seems to be on the low side. So the reason this is all steering the way it is, big ridge of high pressure is strengthening over the eastern U.S. That's what's sending that feature off towards southern Texas. That's also what's steering this developing low towards parts of Florida and maybe Georgia. We're going to see some drier weather move in by the end of the week here, but highest chance of rain certainly as we kick off our week here. These will be tropical downpours, enhanced rainmakers. Highs will be in the 80s thanks to the higher rain chances, and then as our rain chances begin to drop off, we return to the 90s. Big heads up for boaters. Not a good week to be out on the water. Small craft advisories and even gale warnings will be possible later this week. Seas could be easily over 10 feet. High tide's going to happen through the morning. That's when we will likely see our coastal flooding, whereas your low tide happens in the evening.